Good morning, everyone, and thank you so much for joining me for today's meeting. I first want to say that I know that right now things aren't looking the best. We only have 20% of applications filled out for FAFSA, but I do have an idea that I think can get us to our 40% goal at the end of the month. Firstly, I think that we need to establish a mutual purpose between ourselves and the parents and the students as to why is it important for this FAFSA to be filled out. I think it's important for us to establish what FAFSA is. Free application for federal student aid. Free, I know, appeals to a lot of people, especially since I think finances and money barriers is really one of the main things that are holding parents and students back from even considering college as an option. So if they know that there's an opportunity for them to get scholarships, get grants, get student loans, work studies and things like that, they can lessen the financial burden on them. I think if we really push the opportunities that filling out this application can present to them in the future, I think that that would really help. And also establishing that the funding that we get to help with the programs we put on and the resources that we have for the students to pursue higher education depends on, the number of applications we get. I think just being upfront and honest with the students and with their parents, establishing that mutual purpose. Why is it important for you to fill this out? Why is it important for us? I think that being upfront and being open about that in the beginning will really help. After establishing the mutual purpose, I think it's important for us to think logistically what would be holding parents and students back from filling this out. I think time is a major constraint, especially among parents. It's like, well, I have to work. I don't have time to sit down and fill this out. This is too cumbersome. This is too complicated. And so I think that one thing we can do to kind of lessen that confusion would be to get the students together and on a school day, and maybe we can do this over a course of a week to account for students who may be absent one day, but maybe during their free period or their study hall period, get the students together in one space, get them each in a computer lab in front of a computer, and as a class, fill out the FAFSA form online as much as we possibly can. So that means creating a FAFSA ID, that means creating a checklist of all the necessary documents that their parents would need to come and bring afterwards, but there's definitely a way to save your work on this form and come back to it later. So if we can do all the legwork and figure out all the specifics that the parents would need to provide, I think that would make it easier and make it the parents more willing to come and do something afterwards now that they know that, well, a lot of it has been done and they know exactly what they need to do. So, and then at that session, I would have school counselors come so that we can have many resources there, school counselors who are well versed in FAFSA and different things of this sort, who are used to advising on this. I think it would be great to have them there, standing over the students' shoulders, making sure that they have everything that they need. As far as the parents, getting the parents involved, I think that we would need to create some sort of forum on an evening of a weekday or maybe a morning of a weekend, a time when a lot of parents won't have that constraint of being at work and losing money by having to come and do this. But I think that we would also need to provide some sort of incentive, like free breakfast. Come get breakfast on a Sunday morning and we'll hang out and we'll complete our FAFSA forms together. So having that incentive to come, and then also having, apart from school counselors there, but having maybe economics teachers and people who are well versed in finance so that if the parents have any questions. But prior to the parents coming to that meeting, I think that having that checklist of all the different documents that the parents would need to provide would be good, just so that no one is searching for things at the end, so they know what they're getting into. So I think that prior to having this session where the parents come, a survey would need to be sent out asking the parents when the best time and the best day would be for them to meet, because we want as maximum participation as possible. And then if people don't come, we just have to work through that. We have to figure out, well, why aren't people coming? Is it at a bad time? Do we need to change the time? What will get people to come? But I think definitely having that collective medium where we're here together. One person isn't stressed on their own, not knowing what to do. They have people around them to help them. They have people around them doing the same thing. Firstly, establishing that mutual purpose. Why is it important? Then coming together as a team, saying we're here for you. We're here to help help you out. We have free breakfast. We've done a lot of the legwork. You only have to do this. These are the opportunities that you'll get from this. You can get scholarships. You can get student loans, all these different things. I think that combined will create a better experience for people and make them more willing to fill out this FAFSA.